We're here in Mini Bike Corner. How's it going, people of YouTube? So, just a quick update on a few projects I've been working on. The ridiculous mini bike build still does not run. I have no idea what I did to this thing. I was checking to see if the parking brake rev limiter was properly disabled. I believe that it was, in fact, properly disabled. But for whatever reason, when I was testing it, it still wouldn't wrap out. And I kept trying stuff. And I think I inadvertently fried something. I've replaced the CDI box. I've replaced the ignition coil before replacing the CDI box, just in case. And also I've checked wiring. I pulled the whole harness, checked it with a meter against the factory service manual wiring schematics. Anyway, here it is in its sad form. Okay, that's enough of that. So the next project we're going to be working on is the Blitzkrieg mini bike build is going to be no longer. We're actually going to strip the engine out of it and take a bunch of parts off it, and we're going to be building something else. Let's take a look at it. What do you get when you cross a old BMX bike with a bunch of parts from Go Power Sports and a bunch of flat metal plate parts? Actually, you may have guessed it if you saw my Instagram page. Yes, it's a drift trike, if you haven't figured it out. I ordered this drift trike kit from a company called, what was it, King's Motorbikes. By the way, if you're ordering something online, you should probably check the reviews before you order, because otherwise you might be stuck doing a fraud claim. Like everyone else on King's Motorbike Reviews said that it's a horrible place to order from. Don't do it. You're never going to get your product. They're just stealing your money, etc. Well, I ordered a drift trike kit from them. It's 1/8" steel, welded together, and I believe it's a drift trike industrial design frame. This company must just be cutting all the parts for you and then mailing them to you without instructions. It's always positive. So we're going to be building a drift trike. So the engine out of the Blitzkrieg mini bike is going into the drift trike, complete with torque converter and all of its stage 4-ness. It's got the shaved head, 40 thousandths, I think is what we took off the head. Ported polished, 22 millimeter Mikuni. What else does it have on it? Has high rev valve springs and a bunch of other crap, billet parts out the wazoo. So we're going to be putting that motor on the drift trike. Stay tuned for that. We're going to start putting this frame together pretty soon. I am moving, so I'll probably be out for at least a week. So you probably won't see a video from me anytime soon, but I am still thinking about all of you. Thank you for all the subscribers. I think we got 60 more subscribers since my last video, which is fantastic. Thank you very much. And on that note, how about I just show you some of the parts that we've got for the drift trike build. We'll flip the camera around, we'll get all the parts scattered out, and we'll show you a bunch of parts awesomeness. All right, so we're gonna delve into the parts. This is not even worth pulling out. It's just the rear axle, which is a 40-inch, 1-inch axle, and that's what's gonna be in the back of the drift trike. We have some probably useless 1/4-inch fuel line. These are DWT, I think, 6-inch by 6.5 wide go-kart wheels. We've got 2 of those. Made in USA, aluminum, yeah, DWT is the brand. Complete with valve stems. They're the 3-bolt pattern. And then here we have the disc brake rotor hub. I think it's called the mini light or something like that. We're actually going to be converting it to a 40, I think it's a 420 chain or a 40 size 40 chain basically. Whoops. We're actually going to be converting that to a size 40 chain, so we have the torque converter sprocket for that. Here we have the awesome aluminum Go Power Sports sprocket hub. A 54 tooth sprocket, that is a split sprocket, aluminum, for the sprocket hub. Here we have the incredibly sharp fluted brake disc. If you put your finger on it, you can feel there's like razor edges on everything, so be careful if you buy one of those. Here's our 40 size chain, 3-hole bearing kit. We've got these, I think you say it Unelli, I don't know. It doesn't freaking matter. They're tires. They're slicks. They are 11 by 6 by 6.5. So they're a little tall for most drift sleeves. And these are going to fit on the wheels pretty good, where we're not going to have much tire stretch. So finding sleeves for these is probably going to be hard, but I don't care. Just empty all that crap out. Another tire, big whoop. These are the wheel hubs that mount the actual wheels. We got 2 of those. And this is a hardware kit to mount the tires and wheels. And of course, you get your sticker. And here is the side profile of the main frame. The engine will go back here. The foot pegs will go there. This is the upright, and then the forks will come off of that. From what I know of this frame design, there are these little cutouts here. And on the corresponding parts, you have a tab that will go into that slot. And that's what's cool about this. You don't need a tubing bender. You don't need, pretty much you don't need anything except for a welder and probably some clamps, I would guess. Here we can see the engine mounting plate, and then the rear section is kind of like a delta shape. Here are the actual bearing mounting plates. You see the 3 holes on them. These are for the end caps. And the coolest part is right here, this top piece is actually a cup holder that you weld onto the actual frame itself. So yes, you can have a cup holder on a drift trike. That's pretty cool. There's just a bunch of flat components in here that interlock with each other. And it's kind of boring to look at, honestly. So hopefully all the parts are in fact here. Here's the other parts you get with the kit. There's a bunch of useless components in there. These are obviously for the handlebars, those 2 small pieces. I believe these 2 with the angle cuts are the foot pegs. This is for the headset. I have no idea what this ginormous bolt is for, but it's pretty cool. That's gonna be at least a 5/8 bolt, if not probably closer to 3/4. So guessing that's for a headset and use specific bearings. But we have a completely different idea with that, and that's where our $20 BMX bike comes in. We're actually going to be cutting off this tube and this tube from this headset here. We're going to strip all the bearings out, take the forks out. We're actually going to use the BMX handlebars and everything on this, and we're essentially just going to adapt that headset onto our new frame. So it's going to be kind of a Franken trike, if you will, I guess. I don't know. So that's about all that's been going on, aside from packing and planning to move and all that fun, awesome, super cool stuff. Not so much. Stay tuned for the drift trike build. It's going to be pretty dang awesome, if I have to say so myself. We're probably going to be picking up a Harbor Freight MIG welder as well. I'm going to also be doing a review on that to see what I think of it, because I'm tired of using this ancient TIG welder. I'm very grateful I can use it, don't get me wrong, and I love TIG welding, but gosh dang, MIG welding is so much faster. So I'm very excited to do that. And also we're going to be completely MIG welding the entire drift trike together, unless there's something we need to TIG for whatever reason. Aside from that, don't forget to check out my Instagram, where I always post in between video updates and cool pictures and just stuff that I randomly come across or make. In my video descriptions, you can find a link to my Instagram or on my homepage on YouTube. And as always, we'll catch you on the next video.